Hello, I'm Dr. Jane. I'm a psychologist. This is Knowing Narcissism, and this is another question and answer session. So somebody sent in a question for me. They've done it either via a DM message on the Instagram link below, or they've actually written it in one of the other videos that I've done. So please feel free to do so if you're okay about other people seeing it, and I'll see if I can answer that for you. So this is about a narcissistic friend, or is this person a narcissist? Is this person a narcissist, or am I being unreasonable thread. To cut a long story short, I met a woman on a forum about 4 years ago when I had my youngest child. We now have a Facebook group, and the group dwindled to about 20 members. We all met up lots of times, so I class them as real friends now rather than just online ones. This woman is basically the main person of the group. Everything seems to work around her. She is definitely very self-centered and has little empathy or thoughts for others. I have not known her to stir things between people, but she likes lots of little dramas. Often, if somebody else has had a problem or a drama in her life, she will pop up with her drama of her own. So she reflects what attention other people may be getting onto herself. Her writing style is quite good and entertaining, so of course the other person's problems is dropped off in favour of hers. Nothing is straightforward with her. I'd say she's very manipulative, as she somehow manages to convince the rest of the group that she is better than everyone else. She is very much on a pedestal, and she is very, very good at turning herself into a victim if somebody dares to challenge her. Or alternatively, if somebody gives a reply she doesn't want to hear, she just ignores them. I think that I'm being excluded and punished by her at the moment for not buying into what she's like to the rest of the group. The last time I saw her was on a weekend away in December with, I think, about 8 of the other group, and she was very much the centre of attention there. She seemed to have everything the way that she wanted to. What I find she wants is the softly, softly, you're so amazing approach from others. And I find it very frustrating that the others actually do this. I just don't know what to do about the situation. They're my friends, but I don't want to lose them. But at the same time, I don't particularly want to be around this woman much longer because I can see the way it's going. This is really typical. It is amazing over the years how many people that I've seen. In the UK, we have something called the National Childbirth Trust, the NCT. And they are the people that run the classes before you have your babies. And you get to know each other locally. And the idea is that you make friends, you carry on being friends afterwards. And you would not believe the amount of people that I have spoken to that have difficulties with always just one member of their NCT group, as they always call them. Even though they might be years down the line, they are stuck with this one person, because what's happened is that person, that narcissist, remember, who likes validation, attention, this one, as the lady said, she turns everything around towards herself. If somebody else has got a problem, she's got a bigger drama. They want attention, validation, to feel special, to feel unique, and this is what they're after. And to find a group and an excuse to join a group because she was pregnant at the time is just so ideal to them. They don't have to work their way into the group. They don't have to kind of demonstrate they're anything different from anybody else to get themselves into that group. And once they're in that group, it's like it's her group. I wouldn't doubt that she is the administrator of the group as well. Often a lot of this goes on WhatsApp, I've found. And then what people do is they have little sub WhatsApp groups excluding that person. But then, because they're decent people, they feel bad because they've excluded that person. But because everything has to run on that initial narcissistic person's timetable, it just makes it so difficult and awkward for people. So what tends to happen in situations like this with a narcissistic friend is they've kind of got themselves into a situation with other people, and the others can't seem to just, they want to go off on their own without this person, but they can't. But this person, this narcissistic person, would have had this throughout their entire life, over and over again. They would have been, if you like, dropped from groups or friendships. And unfortunately, I've heard people that they've kind of said goodbye to the real friends that they've got within those groups because they just can't deal with that narcissistic person anymore. So I think it's really, really important that when you are aware of somebody, and this lady has been aware, and because she doesn't do the, sucking up to that person, the narcissist, then she's the one that's ended up feeling excluded. But what she will find, if she can speak to one or two people, not necessarily the whole group, because remember, we've got to look at the group dynamic here. There's the narcissist who believes that they're in charge, and then they'll have their sort of like second in commands, they're, almost flying monkeys, as the term is, keeping an eye on what else is going on and feeding things back to her. But let's go the next level along from that, and there will be one or two other people that just aren't buying into the whole narcissistic thing. So that would be my advice, is to maybe just focus on those people, get your little subgroups, get your little sub WhatsApp groups, and then just slowly, may only be 1, 2, 3 of you, but slowly just kind of distance yourself away from the narcissistic hub. And what will happen, the more people that break away from the original group, the narcissist will then eventually just get bored of that, because there's not enough people being her audience, and then she will just go and find another group. And of course, when she goes and finds another group of some description or another, it might be, I don't know, a hobby class, a gym class or something like that, and she'll start trying to do the group thing again there. And what she'll do is then she'll just tell everybody how terrible that former group was, which I don't doubt she probably would in this situation. She makes dramas all the time. Narcissists cannot see that their behaviour is hurtful and upsetting and annoying, frankly, to other people. They don't see it. And even if they did see it, they wouldn't care, because they're getting what they want, which is narcissistic supply, to feel special, validated, amazing, superior, all those things. She literally says, this lady, this one puts herself up on a pedestal for other people to kind of admire and look up to, which is classic narcissistic traits. So that is my kind of summarisation of that. If you've got anything to add, if you've been in this situation, and I don't doubt that a lot of you have, please put some comments below, because it's always great to read them, and I think it's always really useful for other people that might be a bit confused about the group that they've just joined and this is happening, what to do about it. So put your comments below, and until next time, do keep very safe and very well, and thank you. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that stuff, because that'll just be really brilliant. Thanks then.